Welcome to Melbourne After Dark,
where we give you some cheeky little insights into some epic places around Melbourne. My name is Nathan, and this is Audrey.
As you can tell by what we're wearing, we are going to get a little bit artsy for this episode.
That's right, Audrey. Tonight is all about artistry, and as Melbourne is one of the arts capital of Australia, we have plenty to explore. The list is endless.
We'll be exploring Lido Rooftop Cinema and Bar. We also checked out Honeybone's Gallery in Brunswick and sussed out one of their shows. And this evening, I'm actually challenging Nathan to a drawing competition. So get ready to lose, Nathan.
We'll see about that. I can't draw. But before we do that, the boys Maddie and Patch went to Lido Cinemas, where you can watch the latest blockbuster or smallest indie film. They also host comedy nights and special events. So let's go check it out.
G'day guys, Patch and Maddie here for Mad TV.
On this sunny Melbourne night, Maddie and I thought we'd go to the movies.
But I told Patch I don't want to go to just any cinema. I want to be treated all fancy like.
So let's go to Lido.
Lido Cinemas isn't just your average movie theatre. Located in Hawthorn, this unique establishment offers a range of stunning theatres and movie experiences, including its own short film festival, where young creatives can apply to have their short films screened. And at the very top of the building, you will find Lido's famous rooftop cinema.
If you want to see the latest blockbusters from Hollywood or an indie masterpiece, Lido has you covered with a range of films.
They also host a range of special events like Film and Frothies. If your taste is in the finer arts, Lido offers live jazz performances here in their jazz room.
Do you reckon Duke Silver will be playing?
He doesn't exist, Matt. He's a fictional character.
Or if you're like me and you're always keen for a laugh, Lido hosts stand-up nights.
Why did the Little Mermaid, wear seashells?
Why?
Because D shells were too big.
Well, here we are at the main attraction, Lido's outdoor cinema. Is this fancy enough for you, Maddie?
It's nice, but a cold beer would be perfect right about now. Oh! I must say, Patch, you have outdone yourself today, my friend.
Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Maddie and Patch. That jazz room looks pretty damn funky.
And it's got such a good view too. Also, hearing about the films, it really makes me want to create some art.
Well, since we're in the artistic vibes, Nathan, did you want to channel our inner artist?
What are you thinking? Glass blowing?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Really?
No, we don't have the budget for that.
Of course we don't.
We're doing a little drawing competition.
Oh no. I said earlier I'm a horrible drawer.
Well, that makes two of us. So we have 2 minutes to draw Flinders Street Station, and then our producers will let us know who won.
Well, I'm going to apologise in advance to everyone at home, but let's do it.
Let's go. Okay.
Okay.
Are we ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay. Now, what's probably the most important thing to include when drawing Flinders, would you say, in your professional opinion, because you are such a professional?
I have to say the clock or the dome. I think
Clock or the dome? Okay,
it's very sort of part of it.
Yeah, the dome for sure. I definitely started drawing this too big.
Yeah, I've got a... Oh, you're going sort of
But you know,
landscape.
size...
I've got portrait. I've got a bit more limited in space here.
Well, there you go. That's gotta make do what you can, hey?
Yeah, and that's going to be the only reason, you know, might look bad, and not for anything else.
The only reason it's bad, hey? Oh, I did this way too big. But
I might be in here for a chance, guys.
Size doesn't matter, so it's fine. We're just going for it. Living our best lives. So, how much do you reckon you'll sell yours for?
I'm thinking millions of dollars to the Louvre. It's going to be right next to the Mona Lisa.
Okay, thinking big, big dreams. I'm about that.
If you don't have big dreams, you know, might not get to where you want, but you just got to have dream big and you'll get there.
Dream big and you'll go far, hey?
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
it.
saying?
That's
Is
the
that-
saying.
Is that how it goes?
That's how it goes.
Well, I forgot to do the domes.
That's said earlier. It's one of the two most important parts.
Then the clocks. The clocks are very important. Who was the architect for it? I'm very curious.
I don't know.
Neither.
It's.
Have you included the mini clocks? The baby clocks?
I haven't. I think there's.
Well, they're important.
They're important, but I've got the
them.
one clock, which I think is, you know, I might just draw a train.
The one clock. I'm adding colour, so.
I've been adding colour this whole time.
You have? Okay.
And that's time.
Oh, well.
Oh, no.
there we go. Well, shall we show each other first?
I think we should just show the audience.
Just show them.
So show them, and then we can have a look.
Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh.
Oh, wow. Well done. That is.
Hey, look at yours.
That is. I went for, you know.
Picasso,
bit of poet,
yeah.
you know, just
for sure.
getting that out
So
there.
explain it for me. Like, what is it?
So there you see, you know, you have the building. You got the dome. You got the entranceway. You got some people, some commuters.
Wow. Yeah, commuters.
You know, they might be going
General
out.
public, love it.
General public. Going having a nice night out.
Amazing.
Taking the train, being safe.
Epic.
You know, the skyline. You got some skyscrapers in there.
Yeah.
And yeah, and the clock. The clock at the top.
The most important part.
most important part.
Yeah, clearly.
Now, explain yours.
Mine is just the building, and it has like the lights and stuff. So I did orange to make it pop.
Where are the people? I feel like that's definitely.
People make things worse, you know. People are annoying.
Yeah,
so
but how do you know it's a train?
included.
It's just an empty train station right now. I've got population in mind. And
Well, I doubt. Well, that looks like something a kid would draw, and just like
I think
parents would be like, "Oh, I have to put this up now."
I think we're all kids at heart, and my parents always put. I'm very proud of everything I do.
Okay. Well, that's enough from us. Let's get back to the professionals.
Artists have been working hard, dedicating their lives to the craft, so having a chance to show it is a huge opportunity for them.
One of these venues is Honeybones, an art gallery in Brunswick, describing themselves as culture heavy, by artists, for artists. Let's check them out.
Well, I'm here outside NGV's for their Friday Nights event. Maddie's off in Brunswick at Honeybones. We'll catch up with him later on. I'm excited to see what NGV has to offer. So that's what Friday nights at NGV's look like. Definitely something here for everyone. Now let's go see what Maddie's up to.
Hey guys, I'm in Brunswick today at Honeybones, an independent art gallery, and here we are going to see the debut show of Jess Palser. Let's check it out. I'm joined here today by Jess Palser for her debut show.
Hi, so this is the name of my debut show, Feminal Amorphism. Feminal being an adjective for femininity, and amorphism meaning shapeless, which is an interesting juxtaposition because so much of my work is obviously to do with shapes. Alright, let me show you around. So it goes in an order. I want people to enter through this door, and you see kind of themes in my work, colour themes and just mood themes as well. So this was my black and white period. This was the earliest part of my art.
I notice you tend to draw the female form a lot. Can you tell me why? What compels you to do so?
That's a really good question. So I find the female form, faces and body, to be extremely expressive, and also it's a really powerful way of capturing my emotions, because I feel like sometimes we forget that we're minds that are also affected by living in our bodies. We're embodied creatures. We don't just live in our heads all the time.
Can you tell us which one's your favourite piece?
So I have a couple of favorites. This one is probably my favorite, Bathsheba. And I'm hoping that I get to take her home actually. This is my favorite one. And ironically, it took me a very short time to do.
I think we just wanted it to be an accessible space for artists and the community. Jess kind of had the vision of it being an anti-gallery, in that it wasn't, you know, a traditional gallery model where, you know, you have to be a specific caliber artist or, you know, have a certain number of followers, or it was really accessible for emerging artists as well as people who had, you know, a lot of experience being an artist. So we're really happy to like kind of collaborate and like provide input or feedback on what they're working on to get the most out of their experience. We like to keep it pretty open for people to do what they want to do. I don't think we have like a label on like what kind of art our gallery has, because we do have, like this year especially, the next few months, we have so many different artists and they're all very different in style. And I think it's really cool because you don't really it's a very different experience every time we have an opening. It's not, you know, it's very distinct, one artist or one opening from the other. It's not like one style.
Jess, you're going to be late for your interview.
Okay.
Such a gorgeous gallery.
I completely agree. I'm going to need to buy some of those pieces. What about you?
Oh, definitely. I think so.
Well, now we have the interview, but like Jess isn't even here. Like,
Trust
what's
an
going
artist
on?
to be on time.
Hi, sorry, I'm late. I'm here. Sorry.
Lovely. We weren't waiting long at all. Totally not.
I'm so glad.
Well, thank you for coming.
No worries.
How are we going today?
I'm really well, thank you.
That's good. Well, first question up, Jess. So how does an independent artist gain respect and opportunity within your industry?
Oh, I don't know whether I'm qualified to answer that.
Well, I think you are.
But I would say the best way is to just make connections with people who have more experience than you. Be humble, be easy to talk to, take their feedback, listen to them. You'd be surprised how generous people are with their knowledge and experience if you're just willing to sit and listen.
What direction do you plan on taking with your art?
So it's not something that I'm looking to make my full-time job anytime soon, because I'm still studying. However, it's really important for my mental well-being and my mental health, so I'm definitely will still be painting always, whether I'm selling pieces or not. So at the moment I am advertising and selling pieces through my social media accounts. So yeah, it's just quietly happening in the background.
So what piece do you have with you today?
So this is Thea, which is the Titan goddess of gold for obvious reasons. And this piece is my submission to a Honeybones group exhibit that I was very lucky to be invited into.
Well, that flows perfectly into my next question. Are there any creative projects that you have been planning or upcoming projects?
So I have a possible collaboration happening with an artist who I already collaborated with during my solo exhibit. So I'm in discussions with him. He's beautiful, such a lovely guy. And also potentially submitting pieces to group shows, but I don't think I'll be doing a solo exhibit for a while because it's very time demanding.
Who are some of your inspirations?
So there's a couple of Melbourne artists who I really love. So Meg Gallagher works with kind of denim and fabric, and I love her stuff. It's a lot of lines, a lot of colour. And Carmel Jenkin is another Melbourne artist who does a lot of figurative work. Her ladies are absolutely beautiful and I love them. And Sian Primrose, who is a resident artist at Honeybones, is so fun. I love her work and she's just a gorgeous person.
Amazing.
And final question, when did you decide you wanted to be an artist?
Well, there wasn't really a time when I sat down and I was like, well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to definitely sell art. It was more that my other employment avenues were closed during quarantine, like so many other people. And I needed something to keep me busy because you simply can't thesis write or study for uni for 16 hours a day. So I started doing this, and then slowly people were interested in purchasing them, which was very surprising to me.
Well, thank you very much for being here. We really appreciate it.
No worries.
Thank you. Where can we find you?
So on Instagram, my account is all lowercase Fem Studio, no spaces. That's where I advertise all my new pieces. That's where you can see everything I have available, and you can see a bit of my process as well.
Awesome.
Easy.
Thank you very much.
No
Well,
worries.
I'll definitely have to check that out then. Well, that's it for this week on Melbourne After Dark. Have a splendid evening, and you better let us know at Mad TV Oz if you've checked out any of these places on this week's episode.
Or even if you have places you'd like us to check out, be sure to let us know.
And with that, make sure to stay mad.